Hi, my name is Connor Madden. I teach at Turner High School. I teach English 2 fundamentals and co-teach. This is my 8th year of teaching and 3rd year at Turner High School. I joined Innovation Academy because I wanted to learn new strategies that would help me in the classroom, and I have been using those strategies I've learned in my classroom successfully. At the beginning of the school year, we worked on building relationships. The first thing I tried to do was a would you rather or this or that activity, where I gave students 2 options on the screen and had them go to that side of the room based on their choice. Once we were on that side of the room, I would have students discuss why they picked their this or that. The would you rather activity at the beginning of the year allowed me to see who my students were. We got to know each other, just discussing things on the first day, really low stakes. For next school year, I would want to have students write and then do the speaking. That way, my quieter students, I could still see what they said on their papers if they weren't willing to share or weren't comfortable yet at the beginning of the school year. The first instructional strategy I used was animate your voice. Students were given a writing prompt and they wrote their responses. After they wrote their responses, they went into animate your voice in Adobe Express and they read what they wrote after choosing their avatar and backgrounds. Here are some examples of what my students chose for their avatars and backgrounds on Animate Your Voice. An awesome thing that came out of this was when struggling students were having a hard time, some of the students that were able to navigate this app easily would help others and show them how to use it. So it was a great classroom bonding experience where students were helping, engaging with each other, and showing each other how to use Animate Your Voice in Adobe. The second strategy I used was Bento Box, and it was during argumentative essays where students were asked to research and find text evidence to support their opinions. Students were given an example of what a bento box was in Canvas as the visual aid, and then they're given a template to help them input their information once they read their articles and made up their minds on if TikTok should be banned or not. The bento box helped in the writing process. It helped my students identify text evidence that they could use in their CERs to help make their points. The last strategy I tried was broken telephone, and this allowed me to expand outside my classroom and use more of the space inside and outside of my classroom. My 7th period class really enjoyed the broken telephone activity. It had them up and moving. They were excited. They were engaged. They were trying to beat the other teams to get the notes done first and accurately. They were reading the notes, trying to remember what they were trying to tell their teammate and relay the information. They had a really awesome time after lunch when there's usually the brain fog of just eating a meal. Overall, this experience was a positive one. I learned a lot of new things, a lot of new strategies, tried things I was uncomfortable with at first, and I feel like it's helped me out learning more how to be a better teacher. My students were also excited when I explained the whole process to them. They were excited to try new things and help me out, which I greatly appreciate. They were awesome during the whole experience.